Hello students, myself Priyanka Rathore from Sagar Institute of Research and Technology Pharmacy Bhopal. I would like to discuss a new topic today with you, that is the pharmacokinetic model. This topic is having its own significance because the basic knowledge of model help us in estimating the pharmacokinetic parameters. When we study the one compartment modeling, multi compartment modeling, then we should at least first know the basic knowledge about the models, that how many type of models are there, how many types of functions they can perform. Pharmacokinetic models are subdivided into how many types, and what are the applications, what are the limitations, what are the advantages of these models. So let's begin our topic now. First, moving, as we can see in this slide, pharmacokinetic model. So we know that when we study about the model, that drug movement within the body is a very complex process. So that's why we have assumed some type of model, which is generally a hypothetical significance of the human body. The main objective of these models is to develop a generalized and simple approach so that we can describe, analyze, interpret the data obtained during in vivo drug disposition studies. जब हमें मॉडल्स के बारे में कोई, हम एक मॉडल को ह्यूमन की फिजियोलॉजी से अज्यूम करेंगे, तब जाकर हम ये एस्टिमेट कर पाएंगे कि आपकी जो ड्रग है उसका एडीएमई, दैट इज एब्जॉर्प्शन, डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, एलिमिनेशन, मेटाबॉलिज्म किस तरीके से हो रहा है, and what how we can estimate the different type of pharmacokinetic parameters, means Cmax, Tmax, AUC. We can easily calculate these things. So let's begin. There are two major approaches in the quantitative study of various kinetic process of drug disposition in the body. The first approach is model approach, and another approach is the model independent approach, also called as the non-compartmental analysis, because in non-compartmental analysis we do not require any model. So pharmacokinetic model is basically a hypothesis that employ mathematical terms to concisely describe the quantitative relationship. In model, we generally put some mathematical equations and determine the different type of the rate constant, और वही rate constant हमें ये determine करती है कि how your drug is behaving, how your drug is absorbing, how your drug is eliminating from the body. So pharmacokinetic model, they provide the concise means of expressing mathematically or quantitatively time course of drug when drug remain in your body, and compute the meaningful or estimate the pharmacokinetic parameters. So in this slide you can see the method of analysis as I have described you. मॉडल अप्रोच होता है एंड मॉडल इंडिपेंडेंट अप्रोच होता है. जो मॉडल इंडिपेंडेंट अप्रोच है वो हमारा नॉन कंपार्टमेंटल एनालिसिस है. मॉडल अप्रोच जो है, इट इज फर्दर डिवाइडेड इनटू थ्री टाइप्स ऑफ मॉडल. फर्स्ट वन इज द कंपार्टमेंट मॉडल, another one is the physiological model, and third one is the distributed parameter model. In today's lecture I would like to describe you about the compartment model. Compartment model is further subdivided into two types, that is mammillary model and catenary model. In further slide we will discuss that. So what are the applications of the pharmacokinetic model? First I would like to discuss these points कि क्या क्या हमारी एप्लीकेशन है फार्माकोकाइनेटिक मॉडल से. तो these model, they characterize the behavior of drug, they estimate the ADME of the drug, they help us in predicting the concentration of drug in body fluid, they help us in determining the multiple doses regimen, also help us in evaluating the therapeutic efficacy as well as the toxicity of the drug. So इन मॉडल्स को यूज करते हुए हम टॉक्सिसिटी, थेरापेटिक विंडो और एफिकेसी आपकी ड्रग की, ये सब चीजें इजीली डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं. वी कैन ऑल्सो कोरिलेट द प्लाज्मा ड्रग कंसंट्रेशन विद द फार्माकोलॉजिकल रिस्पॉन्स. सो थेरापेटिक एफिकेसी हमें इजी पड़ जाएगा डिटरमाइन करने के लिए. We also evaluate the bioequivalence and bioinequivalence. जब हम कोई नई ड्रग, कोई इनोवेटिव या न्यू ड्रग जब इन रिसर्च में आती है और उसको फिर क्लिनिकल ट्रायल से जाना रहता है, तो हमें फर्स्ट थिंग, हमें उस फॉर्मुलेशन की जो एग्जिस्टिंग ड्रग है उसके साथ वो बायो इक्विवेलेंट है कि नहीं, कि बायो इन इक्विवेलेंट है, ये स्टडी हमें परफॉर्म करनी रहती है. By using these model we can easily study these type of studies, that is the bioequivalence studies. We can also determine the bioavailability studies. Simultaneously we can also estimate the possibility of drug, its metabolites, whether your drug is accumulating in the body or toxicity cause कर रहा हो, तो ये चीजें भी आप easily define कर सकते हैं. We can also estimate the drug interaction using these model. We can also determine the influence of altered physiology या फिर कोई और डिजीज स्टेट पेशेंट में अगर जनरेट हो रहा हो ड्यू टू योर ड्रग एब्जॉर्प्शन, एलिमिनेशन, मेटाबॉलिज्म और डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. तो ये सारी चीजें easily हम determine कर सकते हैं using the pharmacokinetic models. These are the applications of these model. So pharmacokinetic model is divided into compartment model, physiological model and distributed parameter model, as I have told you. Compartment model, it is also called as empirical model. Empirical model क्योंकि कंपार्टमेंट मॉडल में वी आर पुटिंग द मैथमेटिकल इक्वेशन, मल्टी एक्सपोनेंशियल इक्वेशंस हम यहाँ पर यूज कर रहे हैं, इसीलिए इस मॉडल को एम्पिरिकल मॉडल भी बोला जाता है. फिजियोलॉजिकल मॉडल एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड पैरामीटर मॉडल, these both are also called as realistic model because their physiology, their anatomy is just similar to the human being. That's why they are called realistic models. So compartment model. Compartment model, this is a hypothetical in nature, and in this type of model we assume that body is represented as a series of compartments. Each compartment is consist of the tissues or group of tissues, and they have similar drug distribution characteristics, means they have the similar blood vascularity, etc. Within each compartment drug is considered to be rapidly and uniformly distributed. सभी compartments में, इसके सीरीज में जितने भी कंपार्टमेंट अटैच है सभी में ड्रग आपकी रैपिडली एंड यूनिफॉर्मली डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होती है. जो रेट ऑफ ड्रग मूवमेंट है between the compartment, that is the entry and exit of the compartment, it is determined by first order kinetics. Rate constant are used, they represent the entry and exit from the compartment. So compartment model is further subdivided into two types, that is the mammillary model and catenary model. So first, I would like to discuss with you the mammillary model. It consists of one or more peripheral compartment connected to the central compartment. So what is the central compartment? Central compartment वो part होता है which is comprises of plasma, and it is highly perfused tissues या organs, for example liver, lungs, kidney, brain, which are the highly perfused organs. These are used as the central compartment. और जो peripheral compartment होता है, these are denoted by number 2, 3, and they are central compartment is denoted by number 1, peripheral compartment is denoted by number 2, 3, etc. And peripheral compartment जो होते हैं, these are the low vascularity or poor perfusion organs या tissues. Movement होता है ड्रग का between these compartment, it is defined by the first order rate constant. और जो movement रहता है ड्रग का between these compartment, it is denoted by the rate constant, which is denoted by letter K. So drug is directly absorbed first into the central compartment, and elimination is also occur in the central compartment. This you can see the central and peripheral compartment schematic diagram. The drug exchange gradually between the peripheral and the central compartment until its concentration reaches an equilibrium. Drug concentration जब तक आपके peripheral और central compartment में equal नहीं हो जाता, तब तक आपके drug का movement between these compartment होता रहता है. This is a schematic diagram. You can see the model 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So model 1, one compartment open model, intravenous administration. Model 2, one compartment open model, extravascular administration, and simultaneously इसी टाइप से ये सारे आपके मॉडल्स हैं. Why it is called open model? Open model का मतलब होता है the drug is transmitted या drug is exchanged between the compartment. That's why it is the open model. So mammillary model में जो सबस्क्रिप्ट रहता है, like you can see लिखा हुआ है rate constant K12 या K21. इनका मतलब क्या होता है? For example, it is written K12. It refers to the drug movement from compartment 1 to compartment 2. And reverse you can see, अगर लिखा हुआ है कि K21, इसका मतलब है drug movement from compartment 2 to compartment 1. Okay. Number of rate constant appear in the compartment model. It is given by the R. अगर आप इंट्रावीनस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन दे रहे हो, अगर आप ड्रग को आईवी रूट से दे रहे हो, तो यू कैन सी जो आपके नंबर ऑफ रेट कांस्टेंट उस मॉडल में यूज होंगे वो होंगे 2n-1. और एक्स्ट्रा वेस्कुलर के लिए अगर आप यूज कर रहे हो तो R होगा 2n. यानी कि कितने रेट कांस्टेंट आपके यूज हो रहे हैं अगर आप आईवी रूट से ड्रग दे रहे हो और आपका मॉडल 1 कंपार्टमेंट मॉडल है. तो जो n होता है दैट इज द नंबर ऑफ कंपार्टमेंट. हम यहाँ पर 1 कंपार्टमेंट की बात कर रहे हैं, तो n का मतलब है 1. 2n यानी कि 2-1, दिस विल बिकम 1. R यानी अगर आप आईबी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है 1 कंपार्टमेंट ओपन मॉडल आईबी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है तो आपके रेट ऑफ नंबर ऑफ रेट कांस्टेंट होंगे 1. ये हम चेक कर लेते हैं आपके प्रीवियस डायग्राम से. यू कैन सी 1 कंपार्टमेंट ओपन मॉडल आईवी, यहाँ पर आपका रेट कांस्टेंट ओनली 1 शो हो रहा है. सिमिलरली अगर आप यहाँ पर देखें फॉर एक्स्ट्रावेस्कुलर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, आपके यहाँ पर 1 कंपार्टमेंट ओपन मॉडल एक्स्ट्रावेस्कुलर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में नंबर ऑफ रेट कांस्टेंट होंगे 2, क्योंकि n है 1 कंपार्टमेंट, सो n बिकम 1 एंड 2 into 1 दैट इज 2. R इक्वल टू 2. नाउ चेक करते हैं हम मॉडल 2 में. आप देखिए 1 कंपार्टमेंट है, ओपन मॉडल है, एक्स्ट्रावेस्कुलर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन है और यहाँ पर रेट कांस्टेंट कितने हैं? ये K01 और K10 दैट इज 2. आप इस फॉर्मूले को यूज करते हुए किसी भी मॉडल में आप कितने रेट कांस्टेंट यूज होंगे ये आप इजीली कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो. नाउ कैटेनरी मॉडल. Catenary model, this is just like a train compartment. All the compartments, they are joined together in a series, and that's why this model is rarely used, because we cannot assume the body as in the form of the series. That's why this model is rarely used. This is the schematic diagram of mammillary model, as you can see, and this is the diagram of catenary model. All the model, they are in the सीरीज जस्ट लाइक द ट्रेन कंपार्टमेंट. और यहाँ पर ड्रग आपकी इक्वली पैरेलली आपके कंपार्टमेंट दे आर अरेंज इन द पैरेलल मैनर. मॉडल 1, मॉडल 2, मॉडल 3 यू कैन सी. नाउ advantages of the compartment model. So compartment model, it is generally a simple and flexible approach, widely used होता है. It gives the visual representation of the rate process, and so you can easily estimate the rate constant, means the absorption rate constant, elimination rate constant. आप easily यहाँ पर calculate कर सकते हो. This model is helpful in predicting the drug concentration time profile, helpful in development of dosage regimen. आप प्लाज्मा ड्रग कंसेंट्रेशन को रिलेट कर सकते हो विद योर टॉक्सिक इफेक्ट एंड थेरेपेटिक इफेक्ट ऑफ द ड्रग. There are certain limitations of this model. This model is based on the curve fitting. We have to put some mathematical equations. So we have to use some multi-exponential mathematical equation. These all the things make this approach as a little bit tedious. That's why it is based on curve fitting. तो थोड़ा calculation में ये थोड़ा सा complex हो जाता है. ये इसका limitation है, but you really get the exact values. तो इसलिए इसे वाइडली यूज भी किया जाता है. इट वेरीज विद द स्टडी पॉपुलेशन. दिस मेथड इज एक्सटेंसिव एफर्ट and to create the exact model, and this is basically based on the assumptions. You are all the things you are calculating here is based on the assumption, and difficulties arise when using this model to interpret the differences between result from human and animal experiment. अगर आप इसे क्लिनिकल ट्रायल के रिजल्ट्स और इसमें इन विवो रिजल्ट्स अगर आपको कोरिलेट करने हो तो उनके इंटरप्रिटेशन के लिए थोड़ा सा ये मॉडल इट्स अ लिटिल बिट डिफिकल्ट to exactly interpret both the results from human experiment and from the in vivo animal experiments. So this is all about the compartment model. And so this is the physiological model, also known as the also known as the pharmacokinetic based physiological based pharmacokinetic models, and they present the more realistic picture of the drug disposition in various organ and tissues. So organ and tissues with similar perfusion properties, they are grouped into the single compartment, and जो organs और tissues होते हैं जिनमें different slow perfusion properties रहती है, they are divided into the different group, that is the slowly equilibrating tissues. जो highly perfused organs हैं, they are rapidly equilibrating tissues. These are the types of the physiological model: blood flow rate limited and membrane permeation rate limited. First model में you can see drug movement within the body. It is more rapid than its rate of delivery to that region by the perfusing blood. इसलिए ये blood flow rate limited model बोला जाता है. और जो membrane permeation model है, it is highly applicable to highly polar ionized charged drug में use होता है, in which the cell membrane act as a barrier. That's why it is called membrane permeation rate limited model. These are the certain advantages of physiological model. अगर आपको binding या tissue concentration properly known है, तो this model is the suitable one. This gives the exact description about drug concentration time profile frequently used in animals in vivo studies, and it help in explaining the ADME of the drug. Data fitting is not required as in the case of the compartment model. तो ये बस थोड़ा सा simple भी हो जाता है. These are certain limitations. Obtaining the experimental data थोड़ा सा exhaustive रहता है. आप easily इसमें drug concentration को body के अंदर monitor नहीं कर सकते हो. Most physiological model assume करते हैं an average blood flow for individual subject, and hence we cannot predict the individualized dosing. That is difficult for us. This is the third type of model, that is the distributed parameter model. This model is analogous to physiological model but designed into an account. ये analogous है physiological model के, बस इसमें दो चीजों का difference है, that it varies in blood flow to an organ, it varies in drug diffusion in an organ, and these models are specifically useful in drug concentration in tumor or necrotic tissues. डिजीज कंडीशंस में इस मॉडल को यूज किया जाता है फॉर डिटरमाइनिंग द ड्रग कंसंट्रेशन इन ट्यूमर्स. So this is all about the pharmacokinetic models. I hope after the completion of this lecture, you would be able to answer these type of simple questions. How many types of pharmacokinetic models are there? You can easily give the specific significance of these model. You are able to answer the applications of compartment model, to differentiate between the mammillary and catenary model, to differentiate between compartment and physiological model. So these are the simple questions you are able to answer after this lecture. And in my next video, I would like to discuss about the compartment modeling and some one compartment model or multi-compartment model. I hope you all like the video. So please share this video with your friends and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you so much.